Chris Pratt has played heroes before. He saved galaxies, fought dinosaurs, and survived impossible situations. But in Mercy, he's in a position where he can't fight, he can't run, and he can't escape. He can only convince an AI system that he deserves to live. And honestly, this might be one of the most psychologically intense roles yet. Welcome back to the Cinema Scale, guys. Today, let's talk Mercy. Mercy is a sci-fi thriller set in a future where artificial intelligence has advanced to the point where it can determine guilt and innocence. Chris Pratt plays a man accused of a violent crime, and instead of being judged by a human court, he's interrogated by an AI system named Mercy, voiced by Rebecca Ferguson. Now, the entire movie revolves around this interrogation, and the tension comes from watching a human trying to convince something that doesn't think or feel like a human. And that concept alone makes this movie immediately interesting. Now, Chris Pratt's performance is easily one of the strongest parts of the film. The role is very different from the confident, action-oriented character that he usually plays. Here, he feels vulnerable. He feels uncertain. You can see the fear and the frustration in his performance as he realizes that he is completely at the mercy of this system. Now, there are moments where you can feel the psychological pressure building on him, and Pratt does a convincing job of carrying that emotional weight. This isn't Star-Lord. This isn't an action hero in control. This is someone trying to survive using only his words. And that's what makes his performance feel more grounded and real. Now, Rebecca Ferguson's her role as the voice of Mercy is also very important. Even though you don't see her physically the entire film, her voice carries authority, control, and emotional distance. She doesn't sound human, but she doesn't sound completely robotic either, if that makes sense. And then there's that balance that makes the interrogation scene feel even more uncomfortable. Because Mercy isn't emotional, it's a logical, calculating, thinking machine. It forces Pratt's character to confront things in a way that feels cold and unforgiving. Now, that dynamic between human emotion and artificial intelligence is what drives the entire film. One of the biggest strengths of Mercy is its concept. The idea of AI having the power to judge human life is both fascinating and unsettling. It makes you think about where technology is heading today and how much control we're willing to give it. Now, the movie creates tension that's not through action, but through conversation and psychological pressure. And when it works, it really works. There are moments during this film when you're not sure as to what the outcome will be. However, there are some weaknesses. The movie isn't perfect. There are moments when the pacing slows down more than it should. Some scenes feel like they could have been tighter, and that affects the overall intensity of the film. It also feels like the movie could have explored its themes a little deeper. The concept is strong enough to carry a truly unforgettable story, but at times it felt like it holds back. It's good, but it had the potential to be better. Overall, Mercy is a sci-fi thriller with a compelling concept and strong performances, especially from Chris Pratt. But it's different from those typical action-driven thrillers. It focuses more on psychological tension and moral questions of right and wrong, as it were. While it doesn't fully reach its maximum potential, it's still a movie worth watching, especially if you enjoy stories that explore the relationship between humans and artificial intelligence. It kind of reminds me of Minority Report starring Tom Cruise and Eagle Eye starring Shia LaBeouf, meeting in the middle, having a kid, and then producing this movie. But I want to know what you guys think. Would you trust an AI system to decide your fate? And did Mercy live up to its potential, or did it fall short? Let me know down in the comment box. This has been the Cinema Scale, guys, and I'll catch you in the next review.